Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, depends when you're watching this. Sim fans, racing fans, RC fans, Racing 393 here again for another video. So today, as you can see here, we've got a little, what they call a Kai, is it called a Kia? No, not a Kia, Kai truck. This is a 1/10 scale, 2.4 gigahertz WPL series. So this is part of the Drift series. So I've got a 1/10 scale truck, and I'll put the truck there in a second. But in the box, apart from the truck, obviously, you get like a controller. Not a bad controller actually. This one. Well, it's finishing like a matte finish. A little bit better than perhaps the cheaper ones previously. It feels okay. This feels a little bit, I don't know if it is proportionate, but I think it is, because it's got some settings on the top here. Steering rate, left and right trim, throttle rate. So it's got some actual adjustments on here, which means it must be a bit more proportionate on the actual vehicle. We'll have a go of it in a second as well. Obviously get the instructions. Let's see, looking up there. This is brand new, it's in box. So the stuff, the items that come with it, I'm not going to install onto the truck. I'll leave that to whoever bids and buys this. Some just basic Chinese stickers, I'd say. There's a bag here which I had to open because it had the battery in. We've got like the rear sort of protection bar that goes behind the cab. I think looking at that just pushes on. It's got 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 holes. I'll have to remember to, when I'm holding anything up, hold it in front of the camera. Some more stickers here. This is more to do with the truck itself, lights, numplates and stuff like that. So again, I won't put them on, but I'll leave them to whoever wins this. Yet more stickers, WPL stickers that you can put on the truck. There's obviously a little storage box for it. This sort of screws on underneath. I think you can see from the other side actually. I don't know if you can see on the picture there. I don't know if you can see that. It looks a bit like that, doesn't it? So that screws on. There's that. What else? I haven't looked at this back up yet. Got obviously a screwdriver. Some wing mirrors. So looks like we've got some spare prop shaft. Looks like a prop shaft UJ. Spare in case it breaks. And then we've got some little glass decal that sort of goes onto the wing mirror. So I'll put that all back in there. I'll need the screwdriver out for now because I'll need that when I take the batteries out. It doesn't come with AA batteries. The hand controller needs 2 AA batteries. Those won't be included, just so you know. Right, so let's get the truck. So there's the truck. This is the truck in person, nicely scaled, again 1/10. I do like, as I know, the cars that I like to sort of review and try out tend to be more scaled versions of trucks. Now this is particularly nicely done. It's a plastic body, but in perfect proportions. It's not a truck which you would probably see over here. This is more a truck that you see. It's in Japan, so it's a Japanese, what they call Japanese mini trucks. They're small, but they're very practical. Bearing in mind how not overpopulated, but how populated Japan is, and how busy the streets are, markets, and so on and so forth. So I suppose they might think if they build smaller cars, they can get more of them on the road. In real life, these come in rear-wheel drive, which is awesome. I mean, how many? And these can be purchased now. in real life I'm talking about. Rear-wheel drive and four-wheel drive. I mean, that is, I think that's a selling point in itself. This one here is rear-wheel drive. They're basically known as the I've got this on my phone here actually. But they're known as the Kia Tourer in Japan, and it runs alongside the what they call the micro van. So very, very popular truck in real life. And these, as you can see, this one looks really good. I'll just turn it around in sort of bits and pieces. If I just put it forwards, best I can. So that's the front. You can see, you know, you can put the number plate goes on there. Kind of very simple design. Back around this side. That's the other side. Now I'll push down on the back. It's got a little bit of suspension movement there, which is good. And the front, and it's great. I mean, it's got some nice suspension movement. I mean, if I push that side right down, you see where the back wheel only just starts to lift off the ground there. So very, very good. And this side, we'll flip the truck over on its side. I'll look underneath. So I'll move the phone, move the camera for this one a little bit. You can see here we've got sort of lower wishbone suspension and top arm. The spring must be within that wishbone on this pivot there, I thought, but it's got some nice actions on there. There's a lot of upgrades for this. You can see you can take a lot of this apart, and if you look online, there's tons of upgrades on this if you want to get it to sort of hot up your truck, as it were. Prop shaft going to rear diff. I don't think it's got a diff. No, it's solid rear axle again. Plastic drive couplings. Leaf spring suspension and solid rear axle. I think that's really good. Good detail. Nice and detailed underneath. I'm not sure the size motor underneath there. Sort of 380 size, I would think. Whatever the equivalent is. The on-off switch. Reasonably, well, it's got fairly hard tyres on. I think it's due because of the fact that this is a drift version, which we're going to have a bit of fun in a minute. So I thought for a minute that the battery wasn't included, but here, this is the rear where the spare wheel well is. If we just undo that, unclip it, and that lifts up, and the battery goes in there, one-handed. Trying to do this one-handed is a bit difficult. So, pushing it in, and then just turning it to clip it up. It doesn't come down. So, you know, for a minute I thought that the battery never came with the car, but it does. Thank goodness. So, and there we are. So that's the Kia. I keep saying Kia. I'm not sure how it's pronounced. Kai. We'll call it Kai for now. Kai truck from Japan. This is based on a real life truck in Japan, the mini micro vans, and this is the Drift D Series Drift version. So once we've got that battery charged, we'll have a little bit of a buzz around on the kitchen floor, and I'll have a bit of footage for that and see how it goes. So the truck is for sale, and it will be on my eBay store, which I'll put a link below the video, so you can link it to the advert, and the advert likewise will link to the video. I'm trying my best to get these videos. I don't know. I'm not particularly very au fait with this at the moment, so I'm doing the best I can. But I hope it makes sense. I hope you sort of got all the information that you require, and I will see you in a second when we've got the battery charged up. So just here I'm going to show you the battery. It's just a 500 milliamp hour, 7.4 volt. So only a tiny little battery. And you can see it's plugged into the USB charger, as typically you get. The lights on there will flash green and red. The red should be always on with a flashing green light until it's charged. So I've only charged it for about 20 minutes. We're going to see how it goes. We'll put it in the truck and just see what sort of performance it gives. So here we are, I've got the truck on the floor. It's got a bit of charge in it, so I'll just move it around. It's got proportionate steering and throttle, and as you can see, the lights work. That wasn't flat out, by the way, but that's the turning. So it will spin the wheels, but I don't know whether that battery is fully charged. That's one way. So it would. You can see that the suspension does move on the truck. It does go reasonably quick. I would suggest that the battery's not fully charged. It says 1 to 2 hours. That was literally 20 minutes just to put it in, just to make sure that it all worked. It's got nice proportionate steering on it, which is nice to see in a model of this sort of range, and a nice proportionate, you know, if I just push the throttle a little bit, there we go, you can just see it just creeping off like that. So, that's it. I'm quite pleased with that. It certainly goes well, feels okay. It's what you expect for this price point. And I hope that someone will have great fun of it. This could be used outside as well, and indoors on hard carpet, or you can go a little bit off-road on some, you know, I wouldn't say mud, but perhaps something like I don't know, like a dusty track without too many bumps. It would be quite nice, and it's quite nice that the lights are on. It would look quite good at night, actually, wouldn't it? So, or dusk. So, anyhow, that's my review. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening, and I wish you well in bidding. Bye for now.